Hey everybody, I'm doing a quick video here with a little bit of a teaser in the beginning. This is the teaser part. I got a pen recently for myself, finally, that has a nib like that, and it does that craziness. So look at the hairlines on that thing. Good Lord. Anyway, so that's exciting, but I wanted to share with you some pens that I picked up for a friend who I'm going to be meeting up with in Boston in a few days. And a quick note too. His very kind, lovely host and tour guide mentioned a bunch of places to check out in Boston. I just wanted to add that two things, three things. The whole city is filled with tourists, so I don't even know if there's such a thing as a touristy area of Boston, particularly. I mean, it's just, I guess there are places that have more tourists proportionately, like in front of where Cheers was shot, and I don't know, maybe where the Make Way for Ducklings sculpture is, in the Common or something like that. You know what I mean? But other than that, uh, the whole city is just overrun by people who are like, look how old this place is, as it should be. It's ancient. Um, so there's that. What is it? Faneuil Hall and Quincy Market are not just for tourists. People actually work around there and get their lunch there. People from City Hall will go there and stuff. There's a lot of city stuff in that area. Um, so I wouldn't that have that be a deterrent. It's fun to poke around. You get a million different places to have lunch or nibblies, and there's some fun gift shops and stuff like that if you want to get a gift for somebody. So it's not just for tourists. And the other thing I would add is, if you really want to see old Boston, don't forget Beacon Hill. I mean, Beacon Hill is kind of, that's the heart of Boston. Old Boston. It's Boston Brahmin, to be sure. Lots of money, but it's charming. It's absolutely charming. Anyway, so this lovely friend of mine, who's going to be coming up in a few days, I had an unusual opportunity to meet with another friend who had a bunch of gorgeous pens, freshly restored, and these are some pens that, frankly, I would have bought for myself if I had the budget, but I don't right now. So I said, you know what? The next best thing to that is, having a good friend have them. At least I know where they've gone, where they've ended up, right? So here is this is an English Waterman's. It's solid gold, 9K. 9K was very popular in England for a long time. And the thing about these, this is very interesting. This pen is what is it? It's a 5, yes, it's a 552. It has these English hallmarks. Let's see if I can zoom in on here. There you go. Getting a little better. Yeah. I'm not sure what the hallmarks are. There are books, of course, that are dedicated to this stuff. You can look them up. But there they are, if they'll ever focus. Swear to God, the older that a phone becomes, the slower it gets. I swear that's what's going on. Anyway, so it's been engraved, but this is so cool. It's the Bristol Radio Exhibition, 1935. So one might assume that this pen was from 1935, but it's not. It's more like 1925. And that's an interesting thing about finding engravings on pens and so on, is it's not necessarily an accurate, you know, um, indication. There's the imprint there, the Waterman's imprint. It's not necessarily an accurate indication of when the pen is from, because these pens were expensive. They sat around, at the jewelers for years, begging to be sold, right? Because they were just so expensive. People didn't have the money, even in the 20s, to spend on a pen like this. This was like a gift pen. This is like for your 50 years of outstanding service kind of pen. You know, um, and they all have lovely nibs. They really do. And I think I'll give them a little bit of a spin here. Fortunately, it's only 4 pens that have to get a little rinsing out once I'm done playing with them. Let's see what I can do with this little guy. Not so little. Lovely. Just lovely. Look at that. Would you look at that? If it ever, come on, you can do that, right? Isn't that supposed to be the focus button thingy? Yes, there it is. Okay, good. That seems to have helped. Isn't that great? And again, effortless, you know? These are just great, great writers. Interesting. Who wants to play this little game here? Anyway, I love it. Great pen, great writer, very pretty. What's the next one on the docket here? The docket. Is that the right word? I don't think it's the right word. It's a word. What do we have here? Ah, yes, kind of keeping with this theme of pretty and fancy. This one's an 0552, which is the 0552 was gold filled rather than solid gold. So you get a lot of bang for your buck, relatively speaking. It's not, um, solid gold, but it is beautiful. There's the imprint over there, which is quite strong, but you would never know it because of the millionth of a photon. That's right. I used to have a half a photon. Now I've got even less than that, or yeah, less. Anyway, it's really cool. Nice imprint. Trust me, it's there. Yeah. Great writer also. Let's give this a little tip. So this one's probably, when is this one from? I want to say it's about the same period. It's about the mid-20s. That's an interesting effect I have going there, but it's just completely not what we're looking for, is it? No, it's not. Okay, is that better? Ooh, that's really strange. It's got this weird, weird desire to go out of focus on me, and it's driving me cuckoo. All right, let's give this a little dip. That should be a good dip. And how does this little guy write? Delicious. And it's so smooth. The cuckoo. I'm spinning out. Yeah, this is not the greatest angle to be writing, but it's so good. Very smooth. Great pen. What else do we have here? The third one we've got here. Oh, yes. Again, really cool pen. These are very hard to find. Super, super hard to find. Let's see. Over here. Grab this. Fortunately, I think I have one of these. I do have one. You can see I've got this is an Aiken Lambert flavor, but I've got the water ones also. So here is another out of focus pen. Is that better? Seems to be helpful. Sort of. And this is a Waterman's 52. Not uncommon at all. But in Cardinal, very uncommon. Very hard to find. I'm trying to get this little selective focus thing to work. It just doesn't seem to want to work. Anyway, it's fighting me. Where is it? Why isn't this working? I swear to God, this has never been an issue before, and suddenly it's an issue. There you go. Sort of. So this is also from about that period. Also a Waterman's. And it's got a little scratch here. But fortunately, it's a scratch and not a crack. So I was able to check that out. You have a very grainy, not going to bother. But another just really lovely writer. As these all are, you know. But another cool thing about these, for those who don't know, there's a cardinal feed. So the whole pen is cardinal, including the feed, which is so cool. Sometimes you'll see them replaced with black or maybe ripple. And that's pretty messy, so I'm going to wipe this off. Whoosh. So one thing about these, you kind of want to be careful when you dip them. You want to keep them kind of clean if you can. There you go. Oh, that's really nice. And it's funny because it's a little hard to tell here. It's a little hard to tell here, but they're all different. They really are. They all feel different. This one's just particularly nice. I mean, it's got more tooth than the others do, but it's also finer. It gets a bit more range, but it's a really nice nib. Love it. Absolutely love it. And we'll do the last one, which I think from a nib standpoint might actually be the nicest of the lot. I could be wrong, but I think it just might be. And it is not a Waterman's, although Waterman's, of course, have made some tremendous nibs, as we know. This is cool. This is a 1920s wall tulip clip in nice condition. It's first of all, the tulip clip itself is intact here. They often break here. They just break right off, which is a shame because they're really attractive. This one's really cool. It's chubby, which is nice. It's short, but it's chubby. So when you post it, it's a really nice length. Zoom it over here for you guys and gals. There you go. See? And it's a nice size. It really is. It's quite comfortable. I love it. The chasing is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. It's slightly oxidized. It's a nice user grade pen. So it's not super pristine or whatever, but it does look quite nice. It's a great writer. Absolutely love this thing. Give it a little whirl, shall I? Maybe we'll wipe off here. There you go. Get myself into the writing position, because apparently I can't do both at the same time. There we go. Ooh. Mind you, I've just dipped it once, so that's why it's kind of running there to give it another dip. Wipe off the section because it's kind of yuck. I don't know how people do that. They just go ahead and dip a pen and then they don't wipe it off, and then like they don't get ink on their fingers. Hey, I don't know. There you go. There you go. Really nice writer. And I wish I could hold on to them myself, because they're so nice. Really great nibs. But I know where they are. They'll be in a loving, most appreciative home. And who knows? Maybe eventually I'll get visitation rights or something, I can only hope. That's the sound of my, whatchamacallit, this thing hitting the floor. Anyway, great pen, so much fun. Wish I could hold on to them. Glad they're going to a great home. And I look forward to the next bunch of pens I get to share with you. I've got a couple that I just restored myself that I will be sharing shortly. And that cool one that I teased you with in the beginning, I will share with you as well. So, happy pen collecting and using and loving. And you guys are the best. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye.